Good morning, students. Welcome all of you in this English class, Olympiad class, chapter 6. This is Nouns and Pronouns. So, here in this class, I'll discuss about the definition of noun, definition of pronoun, examples, types. Along with, I'll take few examples to discuss. Okay, so let's start. You should know first what is a noun. So many of you know, I think, a noun that's used to identify any of a class, people, place, or things. So noun is described as naming words. Okay, just make a note. Noun is a naming word used to identify any class of people, place, or things. If we'll categorize nouns in different types, okay, we have the different nouns as common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, collective noun. Then we have the separate bifurcations like definite, indefinite pronoun, possessives. All these pronouns are also categorized. So you should know little bit what is a common noun. I think many of you know common noun words that refer to an identified any generic people, place, or things. So common noun, the words which refer to identify any generic people, place, or things. Correct. If we'll talk about proper noun, it helps to distinguish a specific person, place, or thing, a specific name. That's why it is proper noun. Next, we have the abstract noun used that can't be perceived, okay, with the five senses. Abstract noun. Collective noun also, it functions as a singular noun while referring to a group of people or things. So that way we can categorize, we can bifurcate the nouns as proper naming common noun referring to that undefined or generic people, class, or things. Abstracts can be perceived with the five senses. Collective, forming as an associations referring to a group of people. So that way we'll decide. Okay. Then correct the possessive forms of the noun we will talk about, then possessions, then ownership. Okay. So that way we can discuss. So let me take the first example what is given in your book. A number question. Complete the following sentences using the correct possessive form of the nouns giving in the options. What is given? That possessions, you know, that is the possessions means ownership. What is given? We held an exhibition of dash books in our library. We held an exhibition of dash books in our library. What would be the correct options? Is given Dickens, then we have the Dickens apostrophes, then Dickens, and then apostrophes, and then Dickens. Correct options, as we know that it is in possessions or that ownership, relationship. So correct options would be that the B number option. B1, that is that Dickens B. Yes, then apostrophes. That one is the correct one. Next we have our team lost the match because they did not listen to the dash advice. What is coach? Definitely not. Coaches, yes. Then coach, then apostrophe yes, and then coach the D number. That is coaches. You know that. Okay. The B number option is again correct here. That reflecting the ownership. Next question. Let me take. The shop did not display dash quotes in the window. The shop did not display dash quotes in the window. Again then, the shop did not display dash quotes in the window. That options, if we will search at properly, MAN more than one people, MAN singular, mans and then mains. Correct options would be the first one. Pluralized form. Next question, dash and dash teacher is my neighbor. Phone number. Raj Riaz, Raj Riaz, Raj Riya and Raj Riya. What would be that one? Then 4A also correct. You know the Raj and Riya's apostrophes. Correct. Next, if I'll take the next question. Okay. Let me take the next one. What is given? Complete the following sentences with commonly used noun. B number instruction. Complete the following sentences with commonly used nouns. What is the first question given? He is so adamant that at times it is like talking to dash wall. Very adamantine people. Adamant. What is that? One who doesn't listen to others. Okay. So stone, brick, wooden, rock. Correct option definitely B. It's like talking to dash wall. Brick wall, that is the relation comes. Correct. B number option is correct. 10 number question. Next question. My grandfather was awarded dash achievement award. Lifetime, time life, life and time. If we look at, definitely not time life, not life, time, life. So lifetime achievement award. See the 11 number question. This image depicts the dash span of a butterfly. Okay, so see the next question. Take out the next 11 number question. This image depicts the dash span of a butterfly. 4 options: time, birth, life, none of these. Correct option definitely depicts the time span. Okay, that's not going to the birth or life or none of this. It's not identical. So 11 A number is correct. Time. Next we'll take wait for a minute. Next we'll take C number. Fill in the blanks with the most appropriate pronouns. So pronouns you should know na first. Pronoun is a word that can function, just make a note, that can function as a noun or a noun phrase used by itself, or you could say it's used instead of a noun, or noun phrase. It is used instead of a noun or noun phrase. Correct? That's a pronoun. Word that can function as a noun, or it is used instead of a noun or noun phrase. If we'll categorize, then we'll have lots of different pronouns. Personal refers to the personal thing, people, we refer to the people, sometimes to animals, I, you, she, he, all are personal. Possessive pronoun that expresses that ownership's origin, relationship, correct. Next we have the reflexive, refers to the same person or thing. Okay, myself, herself, thyself, these are the examples of the reflexive pronoun. So this way we will categorize the pronouns. So mainly the word that's replacing a noun is called a pronoun. Okay, so that way we should understand if it is personal, then referring to a particular person or thing, sometimes animals. If it is meant for that possessiveness, then expresses the possession's ownership, origin, relationship. If it is reflexive, then refers to the same person or thing. If it is distributive, then it distributes to someone. If it is demonstrative pronoun, you know that demonstration means to direct something, demonstrate, to show. Then interrogative, asking questions. So this way we can categorize the pronouns, and we have the different types. So we have the different examples use according to the types of pronoun. Okay, so let take few questions. See the 11 number question. Fill in the blanks with the most appropriate pronoun. Okay, see the 12 number question. That girl never completes her homework. That girl never completes her homework. What are the options given? Herself, her, himself, his. What would be the correct option? People take. What are the correct option? The girl never completes her homework. Himself, her, his, herself. Herself is the correct option. And which category? Reflexive. I discussed now, just make a note. Refers to the same person or thing. So here see the girl herself completes the work. So it is a reflexive pronoun. Okay. 12 number question. That is herself, and within bracket, first bracket write down reflexive. Next we have the 13 number question. My son and my daughter are very fond of dash. Are very fond of dash. Herself, no. Each other, ourselves, himself. Each other distributive now. Distributive pronoun. So B number option is correct. Each other. Distributes something, interest, anything, any care, love. So this is a pronoun. This is called the distributive. Next we'll have 14 number. What is given? Radha and Rajni had an accident while cycling and hurt. Radha and Rajni had an accident while cycling and hurt. Every other, herself, themselves, none of these. Radha and Rajni had an accident while cycling and hurt. Every other, correct, and hurt every other. Again that comparison, every other. So definitely not herself, because not a singular one. Radha and Rajni both had an accident themselves. Radha and Rajni had an accident while cycling and hurt themselves. 14th number, hurt themselves. And D number, none of these. Just check once. Okay. So see here, these questions I looked at dash in the mirror and set my, sorry, that question 14th number, Radha and Rajni had an accident while cycling and hurt every other. That would be that options, every other. Herself is not, themselves, none of these, so every other. So that way pronoun to be changed, it is reflexive, the work to be done by the person or thing, personal, that referring to the personal work. Okay, if it is possessives, then expresses ownership, origin, relationship. And distributive, then it's all about distribution. The demonstrative, then it shows the demonstration. If it is interrogative, then it works as an interrogation. Question tags, so that way we'll have the answers for the questions being asked. So if we'll recapitulate one, so you should note as a noun used to identify any class of people, place or things, correct? And what are the different types? Common, okay, proper, collective, that way we'll have a discussion. A collective, proper is proper and common. If we talk about the pronoun that's used function instead of a noun, it works, it's replaced a noun, or any noun phrase, correct? So here also we have the different categories. Okay, what are the different categories that I discussed? Possessives, personal, then distributive, demonstrative, interrogative. So few things you make a note while solving the questions of the noun. You should understand that it should work as a noun. If it is pronoun, it should work as a pronoun. Then you should understand the different types and then fill in the blanks with that particular noun or pronoun. Suppose it is a personal one, then it would definitely work as personal pronoun. If it is a demonstrative, then it works as a demonstration. If it is an abstract noun, then what are the abstract nouns? Ideas that can't be perceived with that five senses. Okay, if it is a collective, that it work as a collective as a whole. Okay, referring to a group of people or things, that's a collective noun. Na? So see all the examples, see whatever given here. Okay, see that options. So here the question is given the correct possessive forms, then you used it is a singular, then plural, then how you will tag the particular question. See the next one, fill in the blanks with the most appropriate pronouns, so that I have discussed now. Here we have the B categories, what is commonly used, then it is, then you have to see and check then whether it is matched with a particular form or function or not. Okay, so suppose then 10 number question that I discussed, that my grandfather was awarded dash achievement award, the lifetime, time life, definitely in the time life, the lifetime. So the image, this image depicts that the dash a butterfly, the, the time, span, dash span, so definitely time span. So that way you should use those words which are suited to particular words, okay, that's linked with a particular word, making it noun. Whether it is common or proper, that doesn't matter, but you should understand these categories and different words and how to use them. Okay, so thank you students for this class. We'll have a next discussion with the other chapters. Bye everyone.